Gonna be seeing some ancient foglets. Coral Virna. Hey, Osgam. Our prayer activity's a little janky. Hey, Seba. We're playing this Reckless Flurry deck. Sick. Sick. My next variety game. I picked up Yakuza 0 on sale like last week. Probably gonna try that. I don't really have great things to discard. I can discard the Bear Witcher, I guess.
I suppose.
Oh, I am playing into Argith. This is going to anyway. I already have the Birna, I don't need the Maxi. It said Scald. If I'm gonna play the Birna, I might not have skirmishers for it. We'll discard the Maxi. Perfect.
We've caught another taskmaster.
I guess could have discarded bombs. I had another another dancing star. I think I'm just doing this. Already finish Outer Wilds? Not quite. Almost. Almost. So the Brockvar Hunter is gonna die. Can kill his thing. I might need this for a Purify later. I know the banish before. Maybe there's like an Archaspore in his deck somewhere. Yeah. Walk over Heat Wave. Yeah. Or Turkby over Heat Wave. I think that's the actual swap. Coral down. I'm sort of out of points here. Could play the Gird. Whatever. Let's see what happens. I think we can go to a long round. Doesn't have that many good targets. It usually finds like a 6. I feel like the only matchups where it's bad are against like the unitless decks. Still no skirmishers. Let's play the Scald. Discard the Brockvar. Need to leave this in the deck. No, I didn't. Did it work for him? I've heard quite a few people saying the deck hasn't worked well for them, so I'm a little concerned. Maybe we just got really lucky. He had a blast. Well, that's good. We win if he believes. I mean, I don't even know what his deck is. Well, I'm glad it worked. I'm glad it worked. Maybe I'll check out the VOD later. My Madoc! Okay. You'll love to see it. I mean, there's a chance that I brick my Gwent if I play my Birna. Do I ever need this? It's 4 damage. He's played as Larvas. I still have Reckless Flurry. Yeah, like I probably just want to kill this. I can do it with... I could Flurry, or I could just play the Hjalmar. I'm gonna play the Hjalmar.
Who wants to taste Skelliger Steel?
Experience is mixed. Yeah, I don't know. My experience was overwhelmingly positive. It's a 7. So what I can do, like this, this, this.
Send as many lackeys as you like. I'll send more back in pieces.
Nope, not there. I mean the Draugdix lose con. If your ones get fought over really hard in round 1, it's tough. If you can't multiply Revenants, you don't have your crazy finisher. Mork for Gerd.
Toss it on the pile. Burn it with the rest.
I don't know, Mork's just kind of meh. It costs a lot for not doing a whole lot. It's a 3. So this is Adrenaline 4. I can get down Kaduk. Just gonna take Bear Witcher.
What are you gonna do?
Kill the Hound. Next turn I can play the Quen.
All that dancing around. It's not for me.
Show cards on? I don't think that's anything to do with the animation speed. That has to do with how long it takes for the turn to end. Okay. I guess I'll turn me that.
Over your dead body.
Hey, Dante. The tournament deck? Nah. Well, kind of. This is from, like, seasons ago. Wlastelin played it a couple seasons ago. We've made some changes since then to accommodate for, like, Coral and general metagame shifts.
You've got the heart of an uncrate.
That's 2 points on a Turgvy in Vilgefortz. I could have Turgvy'd earlier. If I Turgvy early, I'm letting him T-Bor early.
twice.
I don't like Baronet in the bottom. I'm just gonna put the Bear Witcher down. Lost the game, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, if I know that he's the Colgrim version, I'm pretty sure I just take the long round 3 every time.
Corporations are people too.
Because you just can't beat a Morkvarg ever. But I think at least a light push is correct if he's the ball version. I guess you can't even play the ball version anymore. Yeah, it just doesn't work anymore. Okay. So it's all either like Colgrim or you play like the Ivar version that I played last season. Yeah, I should just pass on 9.
I suppose. And the end.
Not the likes of overseas plundering in spring. Let's not get in the way of the axe.
Go between the shoulders and all's done.
Nah, this isn't Lippy. This is just Madoc, okay. Creating skirmishers around 1-1 blue feels like overcommitment. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It's our proactive plays, too. I play Hearthstone. I played a little right after it came out. Never played a ton.
Already besmirched your breeches, I presume.
I mean, I can force him to do it in 2. It's not that hard. Turgby's definitely an overcommit. Scald could brick me. There's a lot of card Scald draws that I don't want to discard.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
Yep. I mean, does the Baronet matter? The Baronet might just not matter. I already discarded both of the things. You know what? Yeah, I'll just discard the Baronet. It's fine. Skirms are gone, Quarrel's gone.
5 out for the stick.
Remove his cowl, then his ear.
We can make him do this in 1. How much better Professor is with +1 damage? Yeah, I mean 4 is a pretty major breakpoint. It's the same reason why like Assault is still a consideration as a card, despite Dip in the Pontar being as good as it is. 3 damage doesn't kill a whole lot of things, but 4 damage it does. Or like Natural Selection as a card.
You'll suffer the consequences of your actions.
I guess that works.
By denying penance, you can't.
Oh, it's Horde 4. Okay. I gotta leave the charge. Could be worse. Worst case, I can take the pass with Kaduk. He's pushing. Okay.
Appeals can be filed.
Hey, Daya, thanks for the tier 1. Thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. I'm just gonna do this, I think.
I promise you a quick death.
Can he cut cleanly when you squirm in a boot like that?
I mean, I've got this Morkvarg. I can like take this Morkvarg and then Take this gird.
We steal only from the most elite.
Oh!
Send as many lackeys as you like. I'll smooth back in pieces.
You could also kill the freak show. Might have been better. I don't know. This is like never gonna be good later. Ooh. Never mind.
Clan Pursuit, Clan and Grim. Arm at last.
Just running both of those cards. I mean, normally for different rounds. Okay, one of the fanatics goes down to that.
We've not had enough.
Or not.
I'll cleave you in two.
Cool. Deck's a little scary, but I think we'll be okay. Well, we're fine. We drew what we wanted. This is my proactive play. Just like plays a crime. I don't care about Mirg. This is okay.
Warhawk de Barrier.
What's left in opponent's deck? Probably some stuff.
Any last words?
Let's see, needing this.
Work what you can simply take. What are you gonna do, huh?
Before Defender, our leader kills Defender. Even goes through the armor. You're scared of Philippa? No, because it's gone already.
Take no prisoners! No prisoners!
The ideal life.
Baby Rose!
1,000 ponderous sea devils!
Whee.
Spars perfect Vort.
So, none of our discard cards. Yeah, I like this Fallblood Priest stuff too. It's all pretty solitary. The Getty decks don't really interact with the opponent's board very much. The actual Witcher SK deck might be kind of tough. This is a matchup where having Lambert would be game breaking, right?
I hate it.
Fortunately, we do not.
What is it?
Let's try to keep the Bloodthirst under control. Like, going first no longer feels miserable. It always depends on the matchup. There are matchups where going first feels miserable, and there's matchups where it doesn't. I don't think anything's really changed. Still feels pretty bad to be on blue coin against Vi.
That bird is a prize-winning cow. Blue ribbon.
Does this ever get better? The only, like, tall thing they play, right?
You have my sword, and I'll cure sack's axes.
Just try to apply pressure. Mortis is doing alright. Vampires for monsters. I've yet to see a vampires list that looks great. I don't know. The buffs to the vampires are nice, but
You ought to see the other beasts.
The windmill. Its sticks spin around and smash you.
I don't know if any of it lets there actually be a deck there. The big winner of the patch for monsters might be Devotion, but I don't know if it's like full vampires or if it just plays Elder Detlaf.
I'll send them all back in pieces.
Like, the best Elder Detlaf deck that I've played in a couple seasons was just the Ancient Foglet deck. One of the top decks. Everyone's still kind of figuring it out. This Skellige Witchers deck is pretty popular. There are a few different Syndicate lists running around on Pro Rank. There's a Pirate's Cove deck, a Hidden Cache deck. But for the most part, everyone's still figuring stuff out.
Strength matters not if you lack the skill to wield it.
The problem with the great value from Gerd is just giving him a big mentor, which forces me to play the Morkvarg. Are you surprised Syndicate didn't just die? You can still play the Line Pocket deck from last season. That deck is also fine.
Let it sink into your blood.
You still play Safecracker. Safecracker got like a couple points worse. The card's still really good. It's still the best Justice target. Lost an engine. I mean, how much did you expect it to boost? You deploy it and then usually play like 3, maybe 4 crimes in the round. It got an extra point of base power to compensate, so it's like you lose 2 or 3 points.
Double the coin and consider it done. Shoot down.
They don't, though. It doesn't grow that large. You can just fight through Safecrackers. Crimes are better than tactics. The tag matters for Safecracker. Novigradian Justice is a card that pulls Safecracker from the deck for plus value. force his last card here. Seems worth doing. I may have forgotten that I had an Axie sitting here too. This isn't going to be good later. You're also playing a leader that makes the crimes even better, right? You have a leader that's plus points every time you play a crime. And like you can say that that value belongs to the leader and not the crime itself, but like that extra value adds up very significantly over the course of the game. It's pretty common for line pockets to be like a 13, 14 point leader. Not even considering the extra value you get from coin exchange rate. When you're spending on drill or cleaver, those coins are worth more than one. What does my opponent's deck do in a short round? I don't want to just play the Birna. It gives me better mulligan value for round 3. Since I'm not going to be drawing random cards. What's Dragon doing here? It's just a 9 for 7. Helps our leader kill things. Like, this card just plays for fine right now. Easy to mana.
Need a hand? Just chop one off.
By Hjalmar, he can Axie. I think I'm doing this. And we'll just see what he does. He has an Alchemy in hand. What Alchemy does this deck play? Just a Gigascorp? You wouldn't play Crows with just Gigascorp.
Don't teach your grandma to suck eggs.
I know his last card's an Alchemy. This gets some number of leader charges. I could consider all-inning. What Alchemy beats me? I think Drift was right. Aren't you the dude that was like trying to spread vaccine misinformation in my chat? And then I said I'd ban you if you came back and tried to do it again. I really like how good I am at evaluating people. I really should just click the ban button more often. Convinced you about the truth? Oh man. Hey, Axel. Goes to the Maxi.
And now I shall break you.
I want the Birna. Just bottom one of these. good Milkguard deck this patch. Yeah, I played Spyball a couple times. A couple of variants on Spyball. They all seem pretty good. Hey, Lantai. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's also this is like so far from the place to have that kind of conversation.
You shan't get free!
So what? Not quite killing it, but
I can do a great deal more for you.
let's dig through the deck.
Haven't got all day.
So this should kill the protector.
Send as many lackeys as you like.
Yeah.
I'll send them all back in pieces.
Might we be discarding bombs? Because they're the worst cards in our hand.
Reasons for the feeble of heart!
Even with the Madoc, the bombs are only playing for 7.
Freya's bulwark! That's what we are!
Good day. Yeah, doing alright. This is deck link.
Leave, replace, thunder, full service.
Just play the mirrored. Maybe it kills it. Always lucky. Just Axie value we're getting. How damaged was I? The Quarrel was damaged for 2, right? The Axie also just has armor, which can matter. Tortoise cam. No tortoise. Deck's better than Warriors. I like this deck a lot. I've liked Witcher SK for the last few seasons. Not Witcher SK, Madoc SK for the last few seasons. I don't know if it's better than Warriors, but it definitely has a different matchup spread. I guess I'll check again since there were 2 redemptions, but yeah, still not there. Still not there. Good answer to his totem. Ugh. Guess we can do this.
I'd lend you a hand, but then I'd have none.
Putting this on this side is pretty free. Yeah, my chat monitor is up there.
That's 3 hours in here. That's 10 francs. That's what?
Just get Yelmar. My leftover cards are not going to be good. I don't think I can just take the long round. I'm pretty sure I get crushed. But I don't know if this bleed ever works out for me either.
I'll smash your mug! Shut the fight, you bastard!
Any last words?
I promise you a quick death.
Yeah, there's a lot of tall punish in this deck. It used to play a heat wave too. We got even more. The party members got killed by a troll and died. Oh no.
A raid's a raid. Matters not whose village we pillage.
Yeah, the cards in this deck generally don't line up too well against what the SK Warrior deck is trying to do. You're much better positioned against decks like Vi, though. XC Professional Vanilla Geralt? You're playing the Witcher deck or the Madoc deck?
Into the fray, or else kill you myself, you
Be better than eBay. Yeah, I like a card that actually puts points on my board in this kind of deck. Heat Wave just simplifies, but Targby trades up on the board. You'd probably rather have Heat Wave against exactly Vi, and Targby against almost everything else. Maybe like Heat Wave for Feign Death matters a bit if they're playing non-Redea. Aren't I wearing them? I don't need them to look at the computer.
All that dancing around. It's not for me. Double the coin and consider it done.
This forces the ice, right? Maybe? Wait, you can click this too. Maybe not. If he has Targby does it. Targby Totem Click. Ugh. I'm not playing a 4-point Scald. Not a good sign. Oh, maybe he gets to save his leader. He gets like ice discard. I don't know. It's like our best hope. Nope, not weird at all. It's a status. They're not gonna have a status not be a keyword. You can cut Morkvarg for Totem. But those are the flexes.
I will not bend my neck for that cripple.
Yeah, you can pay for more slots. On FFZ, it's just a one-time payment. I think BTTV charges you monthly. Okay, we're super dead. We're kind of all in on drawing the beer now. I mean, it's an FFZ slot. We have 50 of those. Pay for this stupid emote. It was a one-time $5 charge for FFZ. Hey, yeah, it is. Thanks for the host. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for the 69 viewers.
Shoot down, stone dead.
What they call an absolute juicer. His hand is, oh yeah. Fire, you might call it. Yeah, this is the Madoc deck. Yep, we're playing Coral.
Need a hand? Just chop one off. The lakes of overseas plundering and
Take my lunch money to buy more emote slots.
Let's dive, cutie. Thanks for the tier 1. Thanks for the 14 months. And Lost Parabola. Also thanks for the tier 1. Thanks for the 3 months. Welcome, everybody. Rickman Erlin was doing last night. It went really well. We went 8-2. Maybe he didn't draw iced. Did he play both Blood Eagles? So you're telling me there's a chance? There's a chance? Last card Yoda? Oh my god, don't do this to me. Why are you roping it? You piece of shit.
Exactly what I hoped for.
I'll cleave you in two.
+9, +2. Rude. Maybe I had a chance there with the Birna.
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Like, we played 2 4-point cards, and we only lost by like 8. Let's Purify Bomb. Let's play the Purify Bomb. Bomb seems really good. Enslave 6 means we're probably getting amnestied. Glad you're having fun with it.
Clever maneuver.
I think I tried Spy Soldiers at some point. It very quickly just turned into a not Soldiers spy deck. But it's cool that you're making it work.
And now I shall break you.
I draw all my cards. I draw all my cards and I never brick my Bear Witcher. I'll probably just keep this order. Can go Rockvar here, or then like Gird into Dancing Star. It's not like the Gird is going to be super valuable later on.
Target acquired.
What are my top cards? The Skirmisher is like 3 or 4 cards down, right?
Wars are won with
Can't just jam the Birna.
discipline.
So that's all the engines gone. What does Devotion and Slave 6 mean? What does he do now? All still a good card. Yeah. Decks that can still proc ball. Like, the Spies deck doesn't really lose all that much by not being able to proc ball with Joachim. It already plays a bunch of Aristocrats. It's almost the same card. a little more bleedable, but if you get to a long round, that doesn't really matter. I'm guessing this is a defender deck in some way. I mean, we'll see how the season shapes up, but I wouldn't be surprised if some kind of Ball Nilfgaard was still the best thing to do in Nilfgaard. All that it really changed is you can't play Ball in every single Nilfgaard deck ever. Which was a good change. I don't know. Best thing to do might be low tier 2. I mean, it might be. It also might not be. I don't know. Spyballs felt good in all of the variants that we played it so far. It's not like it was a deck that didn't exist previously.
I shall flog them into submission.
Ooh, opponent is a ball deck. Wait, no, it can't be a ball deck. Why are they playing Ben Morlemar?
Let the hunt begin.
I'm confused. Okay, well.
Praying to your gods? They wouldn't dare cross me! As order! And out feed!
Any last words?
Nah, that's a bad take, I think. Scenarios are a really cool design.
Oh, blast this guy. Need a hand? Just chop one off.
Barbarians all.
Gross.
I'll defend the Duquesa to my dying breath.
Keep. Stress scenarios, they improve your bronzes. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's a gold that makes you want to play your otherwise weaker cards. And rewards you for doing so.
You simply must pay my estate a visit one day.
For the new player experience, too. It's like a combo-y gold card that you don't need other gold cards to make work. It's something that just works straight out of the keg. Bear Witcher is like 2 from the bottom, right? I guess mulligan cards could go under it. But regardless, that means turn B is above it.
Which one of you
Yeah.
wants to die first?
I suppose, and the end.
Warg or Hernkuduk. I could get Quartermaster. It's worse than Bear Witcher. Let's do this. It feels a lot worse than Iced SK. I like this card a lot. I just like a lot. I don't think it feels worse at all. It feels different, but I think we've lost like 2 games so far tonight.
The Van Morlahams have particular tastes.
I don't think we're losing this one. What's yikes about it? No tortoise. What? I've literally given that take many times. He has copied my take. If you would like to say why it's a bad take, feel free. But I'm pretty sure I stand by it.
Impressive.
Nice card.
What are you gonna do, huh?
Snares are fun with bronze triggers. Snares have also historically been problematic with gold triggers. They just tend to make your finisher better.
Not your lucky day.
Yeah, that's just one of the cool things about Madoc too. Madoc rewards you for playing your bronzes, just like upgrades all your bronzes. I know what you're trying to say, but just not meaningful. Card advantage means something very specific in Gwent. It lets you play more cards, but there's nothing wrong with that. Like, cards are just points. But when you get to play, when you have like extra cards in your hand, having more last plays is a very different thing than just having more points. Exactly, though. That's the point. You don't want to keep bronzes in your hand unless it's worth it to play with the scenario. That's literally the reason why you would do it that way. Encourage either playing scenarios early or rewards you for building your deck around a certain bronze core. So like Spyball still wants to play scenario in round 3 because Thirsty Dame's a fine card to play in round 3. Because the rest of your deck complements the card. It shifts the deck from just being about building up to a big, like all of your gold cards in round 3, long round, to valuing its bronzes more.
What is it?
This is the exact problem they were trying to solve with making Ball not trigger off of Joachim and Roderick. They don't want Ball to just be like a free roll part of your round 3 combo. That's not what scenarios are supposed to be.
Who may wants death on you? No one gets to fool me.
Go with Blood Bear Witcher. Banish Joachim. No, if he wants to replay Joachim's later on, that's fine. I've got a tall removal something later on.
The Van Morlehams, they truly spoil us.
There's gonna be a ball. Making it gold value but need deck building. Exactly, exactly. Scout their own scenario. Depends what it does. I don't know.
Out of the way, rabble!
Trigger will make it unviable, not played. Nerfing to what? Sure, but you can do provision changes. You can make the cards more powerful. No one said to only make them only procced by bronzes. When you make them only procced by bronzes, you can have them trigger, like, you can have them be more powerful because of the deck building commitment. Because of the requirement to keep bronzes. There's some that you probably wouldn't change. Like, you still probably wouldn't change Feign Death. You probably would only change Ball by, like, a provision if you change Ball at all. But stuff like Siege. I wouldn't hate if they buffed Siege a bit. What did he steal from me? I wasn't really paying attention. I don't know why I didn't play my Scald. Why did I play this totem? Little bear witcher. Oh, that's a little scary. So we got one. I had 2 witches in deck. Yeah, AA is a consideration. That card is definitely a card.
So, which one of you wants to die first?
Or Yipi Helmar. I'd rather just have a card that puts points on my board in addition to killing the thing. Yeah, like, Siege might be fine depending on what they end up doing with Siege engines in the future. The numbers on the card aren't terrible. You get an engine, you get Battering Ram that plays for 7, and then if both the Siege engines live till the end of the Siege, Bombardment already plays for 8? 4 plus the 2 from the Siege and then the 2 Siege engines you played. So it's like 19 plus the Trebuchet value. Kept a real clunker here.
Take care of your blades and they'll take care of you.
The windmill. Its sticks spin around and smash you.
Making polarizing worse? Well, polarizing I think is a lot less of a problem if the 4P cards you're playing aren't just filler and they're actually good. And if your 4P cards are actually good, then it's not like it's... Like, the problem with polarizing is that it makes drawing your golds more important, right? But if you're just playing 4P cards because they're good, I don't think that's necessarily bad.
I shall flog them into submission.
Where 5 and 6P take space in a deck. 5 and 6P design space is really weird. I will agree with that a little bit. It is hard to know what you want to do there. Generally, 5P cards have to be... like Indraga Larva level. Because they need to be worth actually spending provisions on instead of just upgrading golds. Or if you just like have a few extra provisions lying around because there aren't enough golds to like fill all your provs, you can upgrade some of your filler 4s into 5s, and that's usually how it ends up looking.
bless you. Truly.
No, you wouldn't want to add cards that give extra P. That's just literally like making 3P cards. That would make polarization worse. But the problem with polarization isn't like 5 and 6P cards not being playable, like them getting forced out in favor of 4P cards. It's a problem in gameplay, where drawing your golds just becomes too important. I don't think I'm clicking this.
And the end.
Feels kind of bad. Oh, I should have put this next to the Hernkuduk, though. Might be eating an imprisonment. Oh, or not.
I'll cleave you in two.
Passiflora fine? Yeah, Passiflora is fine. It might not be worth playing, but I know there are some people experimenting with Hidden Cache Passiflora early in the season.
An interesting choice.
Hey, Byoger, thanks for the Prime. Thanks for the 37 months. Welcome back.
Over your dead body. That can be arranged.
Still have 2 skirms in deck. What? Fucking bonkers. Bonkers.
You stand before the Queen of Skellige.
Oh my god. Am I gonna lose because of that? I guess he didn't proc the ball with it. Maybe that matters.
Speak your mind. To the point.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Darn. So if I draw Skirm, I win, or if this hits anything that isn't a Purify, I win? Probably. Feels bad. Feels bad. Did I miss a Tortoise Redemption? I don't think I did.
Nothing like a dwarf
I
to
went
get
8
you
and
out of
2
that tight spot.
with the Drag Pincer deck. It was sweet. I think I'm pushing the YouTube video up in a few hours too. I rushed to get that one together. A lot of RTSs. I played a bit of StarCraft 2 when it came out. I was never very good. I played Warcraft 3 a lot as a kid. But I was never very good. I don't know this hand. Like some RTS intuitions. What do you mean? You can check it out. I'll have a video going up in about 4 hours on my YouTube channel. 5 hours. Someone in chat might have the deck link. I don't right now. Just putting a unit in the row is kind of a big game later on. Oh, you're developing RTS. Oh, sweet. Wait, did he use leader? That's where all this armor came from? What a madman. I was so confused. I didn't know why it had 3 armor. I looked away for 1 second, and all of a sudden it had 3 armor. I guess I can put on pressure with this. I don't know. I still watch Brood War from time to time. I'll throw on like an Artosis Tasteless cast. I was very sad to see that Flash wasn't in the ASL this time around. I wanted to see more sweet random action. Can I afford to do this? I can always play 2 cards and just go to the long round, right? Oh, what's my defender answer now? An Axie. Looks correct. Does Madoc always go to the wrong row? Not always. Only when it matters. Do I know who Larva is? Vaguely. I know that he plays Brood War. I know that he's a good Zerg. I did not see him play with his foot in the Zotac Cup. That sounds like something that I need to check out, though. Oh, you could be Peepo Bear, though. Looks like we're playing. Let's Flurry first. Okay, that's better.
Joe, which one of you wants to die first?
Okay. Volunteers down. Why you chose this leader? Yeah, it just helps complete removal on all the things. This deck used to play Reckless Flurry even before the rework. But with the granularity, it feels like a no-brainer in a deck like this. Unless you're going for the Alchemy variant. GTS when? What do you mean? Text to speech. There's text to speech on every sub. In this matchup? Yeah. It was pretty good there. Killed his resilience unit, cleaned up his volunteers. Scald but not skirm? I have a Birna. Yeah, okay.
Satisfying as plucking a rival.
So if I go to kill that, I might have trouble killing a Brewer, but Brewer's not going to be able to come down until late. So I'm just going to kill that.
A thousand thunder and silly devils!
A hero pass backfire? Not recently. Probably at some point, but nothing comes to mind. I've, back in beta, actually at Wild Hunt 1, in round 1, there was sort of the opposite of that, where I hero passed on 5 cards remaining against Alchemy and won the game off of it. I was up like 30 points with Axeman growing.
Another little thunderbolt. Charming.
So what? I don't want this, but I do want this. I guess I can play it. It's not the end of the world. I'll miss the coral, but this hand works. Do I recommend to do playing the Pincer Drouda against guerrilla tactics? Does anything change? I think you're on the same plan.
So be it.
It depends what the guerrilla tactics deck is. If they're the unitless, then I feel like unitless or traps are gonna have trouble getting Erland down. Maybe the plan there is just jam Erland round 1, and then try to just play good cards in the last few rounds and win that way, just fairly, rather than try to combo into Incinerating Trap.
What are you gonna do, huh?
Where's my Igni? Yeah, no Igni's here.
Get the move on, lads. Look alive.
I'm gonna get this down now, just in case he tries to armor it up next turn.
I'll protect it, right?
What is it?
Barricade condition makes him awkward. I mean, sure. It's still played for... So what, I dealt 3 damage, so it was 9, 10, 11, 12. It's still deployed for 12. And he has a leader that can turn it back on. Nice card. No tortoise. Now it's way better than Neve's Inspired. At least it fuels itself. With Neve, you have to use other cards to boost it up.